massive result for the Chicago Fire. Wasn't easy. They beat second quality opponent again. First Philadelphia, now Montreal. That's Kevin Egan. I'm Dan Kelly from the broadcast booth. No Mike McGee, no Patrick Nyako, no Chris Rolfe in the starting 11. It makes this result even that much more surprising and quality for the Fire to come away with 3 points.
A phenomenal result, and what a turnaround this season. Let's look at Montreal. 4 wins from the opening 4 games of the season. Chicago Fire with 1 point from their opening 4 games of the season. And all of a sudden, Frank Lopez, the coaches, have really turned things around. 4 points adrift now of Montreal. We're now in 6th place after a crucial 6-point swing win tonight. And it all came from a great start. Good starts for the Chicago Fire, result in good results. So we got it again tonight.
Yeah, almost growing accustomed to these good starts and scoring first. It's become a little bit more of a habit lately.
Yeah, and you earn your own luck in games. That's what Joe Lindpere said in the post-game interview when we spoke to him. He said, I was going for the far post, took a deflection, and it nicks Papani and tucks into the bottom corner past Troy Perkins in the goal. Chicago Fire with a wonderful early lead.
They got one, but they wanted more, and the persistence of Duka pays off.
Persistence of Dilly Duka, and he certainly does deliver. He has been doing so over the past 10 games or so. Persistence, cuts inside, Nesta makes the mistake. Dilly Duka makes no mistake and tucks it in past Perkins, bottom corner, great finish.
Then we had to rely on our own keeper, the big man, Sean Johnson, on the breakaway.
Yeah, Nyasi picked the pocket of Jalilani Baba. Great vision. Paponi puts it across then for Justin Mapp. And Sean Johnson, just look at how fast the big man gets across the 6-yard box and gets down, spreads his body and makes it stop.
Speaking of fast, Kevin, Felipe and Marco Di Vaio into the match changed things for Montreal.
Instant impact. Look at this for a strike. Like a PlayStation move, just hits the X button and puts it into the bottom corner. Superb strike from the substitute. And Montreal back in the game at 2-1.
Felipe, no doubt, through the wall. Then the yellow card coming in a little hard on the keeper, Sean Johnson.
Yeah, it was a glorious opportunity for Papane and just comes in hard on Sean Johnson. It was a heavy first touch from the Italian. Chicago Fire, US men's national team goalkeeper does well to save. And then just a couple of moments later, wonderful flank play from Justin Mapp. What about that for a save from Johnson? Straight at him from Brovsky. And then late on, Chris Rolfe, the striker, the substitute. And the discipline, back on the line, rises high, clears it off from Ferrari and saves the day for the Chicago Fire.
Now, Rolfe doesn't have the size, but he can play a little keeper there, especially when he comes to the aid of Sean Johnson. Look at the numbers, and the possession was favoring Montreal all evening.
Yeah, Montreal with 16 shots to Chicago's 10-2, but the point is Chicago were clinical, Montreal weren't.
New acquisitions. It began with Samari and McGee, and now we get a couple more DPs. The belief keeps growing around this club, even though the minor little stumble in the U.S. Open Cup lost Wednesday.
Yeah, that's okay, though. We're over that now, and it was great to see the team react in such a positive manner. What you have to look at now is competition for places. When you've got guys like Anangano coming into the team and pressing hard, putting his physical play out there for all to see, it's wonderful to see. And Mike McGee still has to come back in. Chris Rolfe was marvellous when he came on tonight. Quincy Amarikwa. So now there's plenty of strikers there vying for those 2 spots up front. At the back, we're playing well. It's just all going well for Chicago Fire right now. And big game next week.
I'm sure we can find a spot for McGee, though, when he's ready, huh?
Sure, we can figure it out.
Magic Mike. We could use his magic. Next Saturday, the Fire will try to extend their unbeaten run in league play to 5 matches. They travel to New England right here on My 50. Begins at 6 p.m. Chicago time from Massachusetts. Tonight from Bridgeview, the final, the Fire over the Montreal Impact, 2-1.